We present you with the unboxing of the Polish, Cuban, and Angolan versions of our MiG-17F Fresco C. First of all, let's take a look at the standard reference dedicated to the MiG-17F that served in these countries. On the side, you will find profiles for the three marking options included. The main features are shown on the cover, which we will analyze in detail later on. Inside, you will find the plastic sprues perfectly protected in a plastic bag. The model is divided into two gray plastic sprues and a third with the transparent parts. On the A sprue, you have the two fuselage halves, the fuel tanks, air brakes, and moving parts such as rudder and flaps. The fuselage is perfectly detailed, with excellent engraving on panels and rivets. You can even see part of the landing gear well with its wiring. The small parts that make up the landing gear covers have no mold marks on the outside. The interface of the flaps and the air brakes feature the complete structure engraved, including each of the perforations from the real part. The lower part that covers the gun barrel has all the details engraved, including the ejection chutes for the spent shells. On the B sprue, you will find the wings in two halves, with all the access panels perfectly engraved. The pitot tube comes as one piece, together with the wing to avoid alignment issues. The jet nozzle is detailed both inside and out, as it is visible from the outside when the air brakes are displayed open. The interior of the cockpit is also filled with many fine details such as cables and instruments. The wheels are presented in two halves and feature the simulation of weight of the aircraft. The small parts are very fine and perfectly adjusted to the scale of the aircraft. The landing gear struts are molded in one piece, which makes them much sturdier, and there are no difficult joints to remove. The actuators are also very thin, so you will need to be careful when cutting and working with these parts. Another area to highlight are the landing gear wells, which feature outstanding detail, and the minimum possible number of pieces for ease of painting. The final sprue contains the transparent parts that come perfectly protected to avoid scratches. It contains the canopy in two pieces, allowing you to assemble it both open and closed, as well as the landing gear light and aiming system. The photo-etched parts include the seat belts and the upper wing stabilizers. The decal sheet is printed by Cartograph of the highest quality. On the decal sheet, you will find both numerals and the roundels corresponding to the three countries. Color instructions are provided for painting each of the aircraft. The first option is dedicated to the Polish Air Force. The second is an aircraft with typical Cuban markings. The last is dedicated to the Angolan Air Force. Finally, you have the instructions where you will find all the references, allowing you to see the different markings that you have at your disposal. At the beginning, the model's exploded view and the colors used for painting are shown. Each of the steps also shows when to use the photo-etched parts, and reminds you to glue them with cyanoacrylate. Steps where you choose between two options, or have to make modifications of the plastic, are highlighted with icons. The instructions also indicate when to use the Red Fox parts, if they are included in the reference. You will have to pay attention to drill the lower parts of the wings according to the armament load you are going to use. The wing sockets are perfectly designed to maintain the correct angle. In steps 10 and 11, you will find everything concerning the landing gear. The flaps and air brakes can be displayed either extended or closed. The photo-etched parts and more delicate parts such as the antenna are glued at the end of the assembly process. As far as loading options are concerned, only fuel tanks will be available on the standard versions. In the boxes of the premium versions, you will find all the extras on the left. In this case, you will be shown the reference AMIG-8513, which contains the same markings as the previous reference. In this unboxing, you will be shown the differences that you will find in the premium boxes, starting with the Red Fox cockpit detail set. This reference includes the side consoles, radios, and above all, the main instrument panel that will substantially improve the model. The instructions are clearly explained, with all the parts that will require some modification numbered and marked in blue. At the bottom, you can clearly see where each part is located. Also included are the masks used to paint the canopy, both inside and outside. They are accompanied by a color instruction sheet, so that you can see where to place each of the pieces. The resin parts come in a separate box for protection. They are grouped in a single support that prevents damage or loss. The parts included in all premium versions are the seat, the wheels, the pilot's helmet, the ladder, and the pods and rockets. The detail on each is excellent, substantially improving on any plastic equivalent. Of course, you also have the 3 plastic sprues as with the other references. The instructions are common to all references. During the assembly process, you will find the steps in which you can replace plastic parts with resin versions highlighted. The last page applies only to the premium references, as it contains the steps for the assembly of the extra detail parts. The Ammo MiG-17 Fresco is now available on our website, www.ammo.es. Discover many more videos on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Thank you for watching.